Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look. Now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, I never thought this would happen, but it's 2020.
Yes.
Apparently, Dr. Phil, who is inspirational to a lot of people, has got a problem. And he's got a problem, and he's on TikTok all about it.
Well, that's how you handle problems in 2020, is you address them on TikTok and you get them resolved on Instagram.
I never thought that I'd be like, okay, Dr. Phil's got some issues, and he's going to TikTok with them. Apparently...
Dr. Phil's like, I'm pissed. This sounds like I need to go to TikTok.
Yeah,
it sounds like a Mad Libs or something.
I know. This is insane, but here's what's going on. He's on TikTok, and he's like, I need you people to stop calling me daddy.
This keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, posters are calling Dr. Phil daddy. And
you've been drinking today.
Yeah, that's not doing so good for him.
You have to stop commenting daddy on all of my posts. I ain't your daddy. I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy. And your real daddy's probably getting his feelings hurt. I appreciate the support. It's a little weird, but I do appreciate the support.
But the honest sometimes is you do something, you're asking people to stop doing it, but really you want them to keep doing it.
Oh, you think that's really like, is he, you think maybe?
I don't think that's what he's doing, but I think that's going to be the effect of what he's doing. So like he's like, hey, can everyone please stop calling me daddy? But I feel like now people are going to be calling him daddy all the time.
Dr. Phil, do you think Steve's right about that?
What are you doing, you effing little bitch?
Oh, geez. I'm calling you daddy on TikTok.
Wow, that is, wow.
Tell me under what rationale that's okay.
I don't know, when I'm asking for fatherly advice.
Yeah, man.
I think you are way out of control. You need serious help.
Wow, Steve.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah.
You full-fledged slut.
Whoa! I mean, I didn't mean daddy like that.
Oh, okay.
Hardcore.
Wow.
You're effing him like a Thanksgiving turkey.
You know, I've been saying that for years about you, Steve. He's right about that.
Well, Thanksgiving's just around the corner.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Are you a prostitute?
Oh, well, we both are.
Well, now, yeah.
Everybody on this show pretty much is.
Somebody didn't tell you when you need to shut up.
So, I mean, obviously, I think there's only one reason why he's doing this.
Because he wants to be called daddy?
Well, because daddy, even though he said, look, you have a daddy, he's probably getting upset. Daddy is also what young, it's women who are...
Sometimes people get naughty and they say,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
You know,
you got
treat me well, daddy.
Yeah, you got an old man fetish,
Vicky, is that your thing? Have you used the daddy line?
If you ask me to use the daddy line, we are not doing anything. That
really?
is such a turnoff for me.
But then there's some women out there, I remember in my single days, they're like, can I call you daddy? I'm like, no. Like, why? Why? No. That's now being a dad, like, I'm glad I said no.
See, I would love it. Wow, yeah. See, I would love it now because really, I'm old enough to be a granddaddy. If somebody could call me daddy, that would make me feel younger again.
Granddaddy.
Yeah, don't call me dad.
Ooh, grandpappy. Grandpappy.
Hey, Happy.
Well, there's something sexy about that.
There's nothing sexy about that.
You can call me Grandpappy all day long.
I wonder if his wife has like a problem with it. Like she's like on his like TikTok feed and seeing like, why are all these young girls calling you daddy?
Reading the comments.
Yeah.
Another one, Daddy FYP. What does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, I think that's the reason. If it really was like you're like a father figure to me, I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. The trouble is that it's the other connotation. Oh, daddy.
Now I got to go on TikTok because I have to log in to read the comments. So I want to see how many people have responded with daddy comments.
Oh, come on.
TikTok.
You got to troll the F out of them.
And I mean, if I see somebody as a father figure, I'm not calling him daddy. I'm going to call him like dad or pops or, pappy.
Oh, Pappy.
I'd rather call him Pappy than
call him
Daddy.
Pappy. Wow. Hey, Pappy.
Actually, I did have a guy who was another dad to me. We called him Canadian Pappy.
Oh, Canadian Pappy?
Because he like pineapple on him?
No, he was actually Canadian. Because my dad was the Mexican Pappy. He was Canadian Pappy.
Is that like Canadian bacon?
I can't do it anymore.
I was following.
No, I know, but Steve's like, well, the only reason it must be because of Canadian bacon. That's why you called him Canadian Pappy, of course.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
On his page after he posted that on his TikTok. First thing I read is, I'm so very sorry, Daddy.
Yeah, there it is.
Next comment, we are sorry, Father.
Oh, there we go.
Next comment, Daddy, chill. Next one, Daddy Phil, keep going.
Daddy Phil.
Why did he think going on TikTok
Sorry, Daddy, I'll be good now
was the place for this? Are people like contacting him on TikTok? I mean, does he have a following where people are asking questions and he's really being helpful? Well, why would he go on TikTok?
He got 6.4 million likes on that post, over 575,000 comments. 570 of them are calling him Daddy still.
Wow.
And he's got 4.6 million followers on TikTok.
Okay.
So TikTok is a thing for him.
TikTok's working.
He's got more TikTok followers than I do. I don't even know how many I got.
Steve, I think probably everybody has more TikTok followers than you.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hey, I got 73.
You got probably 73 more than I do. I don't even
think you have a TikTok.
Well, that's probably why you have more than I do.
Yes, I'm beating you in TikTok.
Yeah. Wow. So Dr. Phil is making it on TikTok. Good for him.
4.3 million followers.
See, I mean, that guy is. I mean, we saw him. Were you at that morning show convention he was at?
No, that was before my time.
Dude, he came to our morning show convention, and I think this is before anybody knew who Dr. Phil was, and he was coming to the radio convention. Hopefully that, he could guest on our shows, and we talk about him. And you just knew then, seeing him give his speech, and like, whoa, this guy knows how to work a room. And I mean, look, he's got some skills. I mean, some people have whatever they want to say about Dr. Phil, but he is promoting mental health awareness and behavioral science. And, I will always appreciate anybody that does that.
He's doing that a lot right now on TikTok. Besides being called Daddy, he's trying to help people out.
Yeah. So,
like a good father should.
So this guy knows the right room to go to. I mean, all those years ago, he came to us in our room, and now here he is in TikTok because that's a big thing. And 4.6 million followers. Good for him. Daddy. I have to call him Daddy. How can you not call him Daddy? As a matter of fact, if you're his best friend, all of his friends, are you not calling him Daddy?
Oh, I've changed his contact info on my phone as Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Like that way I know whenever you call, I have to respond with, what's up, Daddy?
That first time you get together, maybe a couple of beverages with the boys, and here comes Phil. Hey, Daddy, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's great.
Well, I don't think his video is going to help him in stopping people calling him Daddy.
Not at all. We got a woman. She is going to spend 3 months in jail, all because she didn't get a cookie at McDonald's.
You've been drinking today.
Yeah. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I need a change. You've been cold to me too many times. You're wasting money. You're a leaker, so I'm replacing you with a new Navien tankless water heater. No more cold shoulders, no more leaks, just spa-like comfort and Navien peace of mind. And oh, I want you out today.
When you're ready for a change, ask your plumber about Navien or visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials for cooler weather, like cute boots and booties starting at $27.99. And warm new coats for all, 50 to 60% off. And get cafe-style coffee at your fingertips with select Nespresso bundles for only $124.99. Now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. And today, a very somber day. It's also they're saying it's National Emergency Responders Day, and that's for a very good reason. Because today, it just kind of crept up on us with all the craziness that's going on in life and just everything that's happening. Like all of a sudden, we're in September, and oh crap, it's September 11th. 19 years ago today is when the Twin Towers fell in New York due to terrorist attacks, as well as everything that happened over in Pennsylvania and the Pentagon as well. It's just keep everybody in your thoughts, those that have been impacted by that. I always think about my buddy from high school that was in one of the Twin Towers, Paul Salvio, who unfortunately passed because of what happened. And it's just, it brings you right back. And it's like, oh, man, this is like one of those days where it's just tough when you first wake up and you remember what happened. And it was 19 years ago.
Yeah, and
19.
Yeah, dude. I mean, usually we celebrate things on the 5s and the 10s. And so next year, I think people they're going to lead up to that. But, man, that was a unifying situation. You know, when we think of how things are right now in this country, it was 19 years ago where everybody was on the same page going, my God, this is horrific. Yep. And we all were in agreement on that. And gosh, man, I mean, today is a day where this reminds me that we all can be on the same page.
Yeah, I remember obviously everybody remembers where they were. I was on the air. I think you were getting ready for your show. Yeah. And I'll just never forget having an intern, this kid, Derek, he just walks in, hands a note on a piece of paper that just says a plane crashed into the World Trade Center. And we're just like about to go into a song. Oddly enough, and it's like one of those moments we always talk about how like the worst possible song seems to happen whenever something you're talking about is like negative or weird, and then all of a sudden you play a song where you're like, oh my gosh, bad taste, didn't intentionally mean that. And we went to Lenny Kravitz's Fly Away. Oh, damn. And I remember like we had no idea. We were just hurrying to get off the air so we could go check and see what was going on, and then watch the second plane hit. And it was just like, then it was get on the phone mode trying to get a hold of all the family and friends that you possibly can, because so many people in the New York area. Yeah. Man, but yeah, just keep everybody in your thoughts. And today, obviously, a day that will never be forgotten for a lot of us. But 19 years, I cannot believe that we're about to hit the 20-year anniversary of that.
And there are kids now, like 15 and up, right? That don't, 15 and under, really, even 19 and under, that don't even know. Right, full-on adults that were born after it. Yeah, I have no idea.
Fun feeling old, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that because I was born in 1960, and everybody knew about World War II. Of course, it was oblivious to me because it was like 15 years or so, before I was born. And this is like that. Yeah, this is like that for a lot of these kids.
Let's head on over to Ohio, where there's a woman, and she is just a moron. She went into a drive-thru at McDonald's and was upset with them because she did not get the cookie that she ordered.
Oh, okay.
So she goes through the drive-thru, gets pissed off, attacks a worker, and then spits on one of them.
Wow.
She said that drinking might have played a role in this.
Oh, you think?
Well, she was back in court on Wednesday to talk to the judge. And how about the judge? Like, typically they'll be like, all right, a slap on the wrist. You know what? I hope you learned your lesson, but we'll move on from this. But this judge, not happy about it. He sentenced her to 3 months in jail for this, and then also kind of gave her a stern talking to while she was in front of him.
And at this point, you spit on her. You just spit on her during this pandemic. What's the reason for your attack? You didn't get your cookie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you didn't get a cookie, this is the proper response. These are kids just trying to get through a night of work in the heat of the pandemic.
Again, I am greatly remorseful, and I feel terrible about how it has impacted their life.
All because of a cookie.
Yeah.
I have to apologize in advance, but
I did it all for the cookie. The cookie. The cookie.
Sorry, I just...
Oh, you got Rev laughing.
Came across that clip, and I felt like if there's ever a time to use it,
is that the time?
This is the story to use it for.
Only time, I think.
I did it all for the cookie.
Okay.
The cookie. The cookie.
Okay. Wow. Hey, we have a good news story about a guy that went through some hard times.
Yeah?
former goaltender for the Mighty Ducks. You might remember Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks movie.
Oh, okay.
I remember he went through some really bad stuff. He was like hooked on meth. There was that mugshot of him where he just looked terrible. Well, apparently he's gotten his life together. He's 170 days sober. He's been staying in a sober house. But, he had some issues because of his teeth. He had the meth mouth thing going on. Somebody put together a GoFundMe to help him get new teeth from a doctor. The doctor took care of him. And I don't know if you've seen the pictures, BJ, but it's like a whole different person. If you just go online, TMZ's got a great picture of it. Sean Weiss is the guy's name. He was the guy that played Goldberg as a kid. Whoa. His mugshot from January of this year makes him look like maybe 40 years older than what he looks like now.
Dude, it's amazing what that does to the body. And if anybody ever watches any of those reality shows where people don't get food for like a month or 2 months or whatever, and I watch the show alone, it's that kind of transformation. It's like, he looks like he's emaciated, like he's almost to the point of starvation, and that's how bad that meth wrecked his body. And in a short amount of time, he's looking really healthy.
And we're talking about just under 8 months later.
Yeah.
Fresh set of chompers and also just living a healthy lifestyle. Good for him, man. I thought that was a cool story to see that he was able to turn around. Because as a fan of the Mighty Ducks, I think a lot of us, you see some of those pictures like, okay, are we going to at some point hear about a tragic ending to this guy's life?
Yeah.
So, at least it looks like he's trying to turn his stuff around. But yeah, apparently the dental work he had to get done cost between $50,000 to $100,000.
Yeah, because those teeth look amazing.
Yeah.
I need to go see his dentist.
Yesterday, Monday.
Thursday night.
It was
football.
Sunday night football on a Thursday because it was on NBC, of course. And Kansas City, the defending Super Bowl champions, well, they came out and looked pretty damn good. 31 unanswered points. They ended up winning the game 34-20. They had about 20% of the fans in attendance.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
it looked like one of my buddies joked because it looked like a home 49ers game when they were losing. Which I thought was kind of funny.
They still were relatively loud, though. I have to say that because Al Michaels kept saying, we are not pumping in any sound. This is the sound of the crowd, which I'm like, that's not bad for 20%.
Yeah, because I think how they're doing it is if certain places are just not having any fans, like when the Seahawks play at home, they're not going to have any fans. So in those situations, I believe they're going to be pumping in sound for both the home and the away team.
A lot of places, Steve. It's just going to be KC and Jacksonville. They're the only two teams having fans.
Miami as well.
Oh, wow. They didn't say that last night. They just said Jackson. Miami, too. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw that Miami was going to be another place, which makes sense, Florida. Florida just doing whatever the hell they want. So there you go. But yeah, that I went down. I don't know if you watched any of the game, though. It was kind of funny seeing Andy Reid. He was rocking the face shield like you're wearing now when you travel.
Andy Reid and I know what's up.
Well, he needs to figure it out or maybe get some windshield wipers for that bitch because, oh, man, his face was foggy a lot.
I know, that was funny.
That was pretty funny.
He was breathing pretty heavy.
Of course, this weekend, the Seahawks are going to be playing. They're in Atlanta. That's going to be on Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll be talking to our buddy Mitch Levy at 7:17 this morning. Yep, to preview the season, preview the game. Ooh. So we'll see what happens with that. Danny, what the hell is going on with the Sounders? All of a sudden I tune in. They're up 5-0. They scored 3 goals in the first 15 minutes of the game, and they end up scoring the most amount of goals they've ever scored in a game. They won 7-1.
Who the hell did they play?
San Jose.
So San Jose,
they're not having a good season.
They're not that good, huh?
Dude, it was raining goals, and I just loved it. My girlfriend had a meeting last night, and she couldn't watch the beginning with me, so I was just updating her through text, and I was like, "Yep, Rudy has scored, Morris scored, Leardom scored," and I was like, she was like, "What is going on?"
Right when I saw it was 5-0, I was like, "Oh, the game's probably almost over." And no, it's not even done with the first half.
Yes,
but San Jose didn't score until like the 70th minute, so they were just getting spanked.
And we have to find out what the record is for goals in a game because that's the highest soccer game I've seen.
They were 1 goal away from tying the record.
Oh, so
I think.
Wow, San Jose.
Sounds about right.
8 or 9 goals, I believe. I think I read something like it was like 1 goal away. It was stupid, dude.
Whoa.
And that San Jose goal actually shouldn't have. It was kind of a pity goal given by the ref. Like it was a penalty that wasn't a penalty, so that's why they got to shoot it. So it should have been a shutout. I'm just going to put that out there.
I thought they were playing the San Jose little kickers team. I was a little confused by what was going on.
The little kickers would have done better.
So that was the 9th time in MLS history that a team scored at least 7 goals in a match. That's the first time for Seattle to do that. Also, the 5 goals in the opening 33 minutes were the fastest from kickoff in MLS history. That's pretty cool.
So this is a Cinderella story waiting to happen for San Jose. If they somehow can figure, because it's a long soccer season. If they all of a sudden pull a St. Louis Blues and turn it around, I mean, because
they've been giving up a lot of goals this season.
That's right.
The 7 goals was the most, but they said they've had the league worst 26 goals allowed this year.
Steve, it's time.
What time for what?
You need to be the backup goalie for San Jose.
I couldn't have done much worse.
No, you really couldn't have.
I mean, how many shots did they? Excuse me, have on goal?
Hey, take
16 shots. So they scored 7 of the 16 shots.
That's almost half the goals. That's nuts. Wow, that's not
Go
good.
Sounders.
Now, I don't know soccer, but is it all his fault or his defense people just not getting it done?
It was the whole team.
Yeah, the whole team
was terrible.
I think it was that the net was too big for him behind him. That was the problem.
I feel like the net's just too big for everybody, but really for that guy.
They should get him a hockey goal net.
Yeah. Wow. Just so it's competitive for them. They really should be able to do something.
Speaking of hockey, Dallas, big win in overtime. I think like 30 seconds into the overtime, they score. They beat Vegas 3-2. They have a 2-1 series lead in the Western Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals continue tonight. You got Tampa Bay taking on the Islanders. Tampa Bay has a 2-0 series lead. Yeah. Mariners play tonight in Arizona. That is at 6:40. Right. And as far as weather, 80 degrees today. And that's the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
Mariners are still in it to win it, baby. They got time.
Certainly are.
I mean, they got time to get to the wild card. You guys laughed. I'm not. I've been games out.
Yeah, you hold out that hope.
Well, it's better to be a couple games out than to be way the F out like some other teams. I mean, the Mariners, they're one of those teams because they have all these young guys that they probably got in there because they they got rid of everybody. Mm-hmm. And boy, people hate that because you don't know the players you're facing. And if anybody's got any ability, they're going to make a good team look bad.
I mean, I'm all on board for that if that happens with the Mariners. Let's see, where are they at? They are 3 games back in the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, that's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. I think there's like 18, 17, or 16 games left in the season,
that's plenty of time.
That's tough.
It's plenty of time.
It's,
first off, you start spanking Arizona like the Sounders spanked San Jose, and we're off and running.
That's right, man. Spank them. Spank them good.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right, yesterday, Steve.
I did it all for the cookie.
He did it for the cookie. And you know what? He didn't get the cookie because he got it wrong.
What liquid substance invented in 1926 is added to a car's cooling system?
Coolant.
No.
Air water.
Air water? No.
Yeah.
Air water.
Tequila.
No.
Yeah. It was antifreeze, Steve. Come on.
Which some say is called coolant.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it is called coolant. You're right. Did you say coolant?
I did.
Oh, Rev.
Suck it, Rev.
I don't count it.
Oh, boy.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look. Now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.